Everybody's cool with you until they realize you're the chosen one. Everybody's cool. They think you nice. They want to kick it with you. They really feel like you a good person. But they realize as time goes on how much different you are than them. And here's why. There's that initial impression, and then there's that deeper understanding. When they initially meet you, you seem cool. You and them, y'all hang out in the same spaces. Maybe y'all come from the same city, grew up on the same block. These are people you know until they get a deeper understanding of you. And then they realize while you might look like them, be similar to them, have similarities with them, that you are not the same. And family, you got to understand the type of time that you're on. And you got to understand that you're a chosen one. A lot of us are out here moving like and acting like we're common. And there is nothing common about you. Like not even anything. There is nothing common about you because everything that you've decided to do in your life is different. That you set up your life to move differently. That you set up your life to dominate in your industry, to be a good person, to be a good family man or be a good family woman. And you decided that you were going to win. And so when these individuals meet you and they think you cool, you got to understand that everybody is not cool with your life. That you don't feel good to many people. And quite frankly, you probably inadvertently force a lot of people to want to change, inadvertently force a lot of people to want to be better. Your mere presence, your mere essence forces people to want to level up in their own lives. Why would they be comfortable with you? Why would they be comfortable around you all the time? Because that's not how that goes. So when they realize and get a deeper understanding of who you truly are, then maybe they want to pull back. Then maybe they want to shift. They stop talking to you. They stop calling you. They stop inviting you like they used to everywhere. They stop inviting you to everything. They have to chill. And they have to chill because you are a big character. You are a big person in your own life, and you force others to level up in their own. And another reason everything is cool until they realize you're the chosen one is they realize that you radiate positive energy. Y'all, it's dripping off of you. You radiate positive energy. Everywhere you go, you attract an audience. When you walk in a room, all eyes are on you. Tell me I'm lying. When you walk in the room, heads turn. And not only are you externally beautiful, you are internally beautiful, family, and they feel your energy. They feel your aura. You walking in like, hey, how are y'all? How you doing? Nice to meet you. My name is so and so. And that's a lot. That is a lot for a lot of people because that energy that you carry, they feel like it's covering them. They feel like your energy is smothering them. And so when they see you out here attracting all things to you, attracting all people to you, that's hard for them. And family, you got to understand too that you attract great things, that you attract great people in your life. Think about it like this. You are a light, and the light attracts everything. And being real, not only does the light attract good things, the light also attracts bugs, right? The light attracts everything. So you are a point of attraction. You are the vortex of creation. And that is so hard for a lot of people that are part of your friendship group or people that know you or are in great proximity to you because it makes them feel like they can't be you. It makes them feel like they can't do what you do and like they're not on what you're on. It makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel insecure. And you're not even doing this purposely. You're just being you. So your light is so bright and your energy is so strong that everywhere you go, you attract it, that you pull energy to you. And that's energy for you to heal, to regenerate, to become someone new and different. Family, you out here winning. You have grace. What is grace? Grace is unmerited favor given to humans for their regeneration and sanctification. You are healed. And you got to understand a lot of these people out here are not healed. So, of course, they're going to fall back and pull away and push themselves away from you when they see how strong you are. And another reason why everything is cool until they find out you're the chosen one is because you are authentically yourself. Family, a lot of people out here aren't even who they truly are. They can't even be themselves. They got to be out here and be fake. They got to use fake voices. They got to use fake apps. They got to be fake. They got to use filters. These people are not authentic. But in real life, you are who you are. You are who you are, whether you're on social media. You are who you are, whether you are at work. And you are who you are, whether you are living in your real natural state. You are who you are. And everywhere you show up, there you are. And you got a big, big spirit. You got a big, big energy and a big, big confidence and kindness. And that is so hard for people. When they realize that you're chosen, now they want to fall back. All you're doing is being yourself, by the way. But now they want to fall back because you being yourself is so much for them. Now they want to fall back because you being yourself is so great for them. And they're not confident and comfortable in being who they are because they're so concerned with people judging them. Family, a lot of people out here are people pleasers. They're so concerned with what a person is thinking about them, what someone is saying about them. Oh my God, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? And I get it, to a certain extent. We all care about what a person thinks, but you are authentically you. That it doesn't matter if a person dislikes you or not, you're still going to be you. That if a person doesn't like who you are, you're not going to change who you are. Yes, you want to work on you. Yes, you want to be better. Yes, you want to fix those parts of you that need to be healed. But at the end of the day, you are authentically you. And that pushes people away because they are not authentically them. Because you naturally force people to level up. When people want to be your friend, they can't just be regular because you're not regular. And here's the thing, you're not judging anyone. You're not trying to force change in anyone. You are simply being you. And they are not comfortable with that, nor are they ready for that. And everybody was cool and everyone was down with you until they realize you're chosen. So now they want to other you. It's the othering effect. Now they want to other you. You different. So now they got to categorize you as different. Now they got to put you in a box. Now they got to judge you because they're not ready or prepared for who you are and for what you come with. So now they want to other you. And it's so unfair, family. You didn't ask to be put in a box. You didn't ask to be treated differently. All you asked for was for someone to put some respect on your name. And you're not even forcing that. So when these people categorize you as different, it is nothing that you're doing other than being who you are. But unfortunately, that's hard for a lot of people. And it's hard for them because now they're living in fear, living in doubt, wondering if you come around them, are you going to take their friends? Are you going to take their girl? Are you going to take their guy? You're so nice and beautiful. They don't even want you around. But they don't realize if they truly did right by you and treated you right, maybe you could help them in their lives. Because family, a lot of times when you're chosen, you're extremely resourceful. You may not have all the answers, but you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that has that answer. And so when you're super resourceful in that way, that is so hard for people. But the reality is you could help them if they accepted you for who you are. You're not out here trying to change people. You are trying to change you, live a better life, live with intention, be a better human. But again, that is so hard for so many people to accept. So they want to cast you off. They want to throw you out, throw you to the wolves, treat you differently. It's all cool. Everything was fun until they realized that you were chosen and realized that you were different and you didn't even do anything, family. It's the classic story. And everything was cool until they realize you're the chosen one because they see you're living with intention. Family, you wake up every day with a plan. You wake up and you're deciding every single day that you want to change. And true change is waking up and deciding that I want to do something different than I did the day before. True change is making a decision to be better. And that's what you do. And here's the thing that people don't even realize, your life is not easy. Being called to do something, there's nothing easy about that. That's not lightweight work. That's real work. You feel what I'm saying? Let me pause so we can process what I'm saying. There's nothing easy about being a chosen one. And it behooves me that these people want to sit around and act like you're so different and they don't like you. They don't even know why they don't like you because the reality is they don't like themselves. They want to sit around and lightweight hate. Lightweight stare at you, lightweight be jealous of you, all because they can't understand you. No, they don't understand themselves because that's the reality of it. Because you wake up every day and decide that you want to live your life with intention, that you're done living in lack, you're done being broke, you're done dealing with her, like you're done with that relationship. They're mad. They're mad, family, because at the end of the day, they see you doing the work. Because here's the thing, and we all know this, change is hard. That to wake up every single day and want to do something and be someone different, that's not easy. That's not for the faint of heart. So they want to sit here and be cool with you until they realize you're not even on what they're on. But yeah, you might hang with them and kick it, but you got to go. Bye. Nice to see you. Goodbye. I love you. God bless you. But at the end of the day, you can't stay in certain circles for too long because that's not who you are. And they don't realize that, family. They don't realize that you're putting in the work and being intentional about having more in your life, about doing more in your life, about seeking more in your life, about being better in your life. But they want to sit here and hate you. It was all cool until they realize you were different. Make it make sense. It's so unfair to you. You are doing nothing other than being who you are, but they want to lightweight hate and want to lightweight sit here and talk about you behind your back and treat you differently in your face. It's so unfair. So family, know that you truly are different, that you are a magnet for positive energy, that when you walk in a room, you change the vibe, you change the energy. You out here, you are dripping beauty. You know what I mean? Inside and out. And a lot of people can't take that. And as much as they want to hang with you, as much as they may want to be your friend, maybe they're not ready to level up their lives. Maybe they're not ready to be intentional in their own lives. So maybe them hating you is really a sign of how they truly feel about themselves. And I know it's hard when you're chosen and you just want to be cool. You just want to kick it with some regular friends too. Like you got the cool friends, you got the up friends, you know what I mean? But you want to kick it with some regular friends. But family, you got to know that a lot of times a regular person is not receiving you and you are not common. We move like, we act like we're common because we look at ourselves in the mirror every day and we just see us. But a giant doesn't know that he's a giant. A winner doesn't typically know that he's a winner when we see ourselves the same every day. But I want you to know that you are different. And you may see yourself one way, but these people out here, they see you as the truth. They know how you're moving because your worst day is better than their best day. Do you understand what I'm saying? The way you move, the things that you do. You got big people problems, rich people problems, grown people problems, adult problems. And these are problems that are not easy to solve, but they're not even dealing in these problems because they're not even putting themselves out there to win. They're not even putting themselves out there to have more in their lives, to do more in their lives. That's what you're on. And there are very few people that are on what you're on. And I learned, family, that when you walk the way is made, and you will find other people that are similar to you, similar indeed, similar in the things that you like to do, similar in the places that you want to go to. And you are cool and you are a good person and you have all types of friends and it takes all types to run the world. But all types of people who run the world may not be cool with you and they may not want to rock with you and they may not want to hang with you. And you have to be okay with that when you are on the verge of a breakthrough. You have to be okay with that when you're moving forward in your life. And you certainly have to be okay with the fact that everybody can't go where you're going and that everyone's not on what you're on. So I just wanted to have that quick conversation with you today, family. You the chosen one. They all feel it. They all know it. And everybody's cool with you until they learn who you truly are because who you are is great. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. Have you ever had somebody block you on social media, block you in their phone, and block you in every other avenue that you could possibly take to contact them, and you're trying to figure out why? Like it's so confusing on why they blocked you and you have no idea. Maybe you could think of a situation that played out or a scenario that happened, but in your mind, it just wasn't enough to be blocked. That's so petty and it's so childish and you're trying to figure out why. And you're so confused and you're left wondering like, what's going on in this person's head? What's going on in this person's mind? And then they unblock you. Like true story, they unblock you, real talk. They unblock you. And then you're like, oh, okay, what does that mean? But when they block you and unblock you and block you and unblock you, it still could be a sign that you're on someone's mind. And a lot of times, family, to me, this behavior of blocking and unblocking could say a lot about a person, their insecurities, their need to control, them feeling away, maybe them being jealous. It could be so many things. Because blocking is like an impulsive reaction driven by anger, driven by hurt, maybe driven by jealousy. And then unblocking can occur when a person's calmed down, or maybe they thought about it, or maybe the dust settled and they thought that they could handle things differently and they can do things differently. Or maybe they thought when they blocked you, they were going to get a reaction out of you because they wanted you to chase them. You never know. But the truth is, they're hoping in some way to reestablish contact at some point. And so here are some of the reasons why I think people block you and unblock you. Number one, they're big mad. Big mad. They mad because something that you did or something that they perceive that you did rubbed them the wrong way. Now they don't want you to call them. They don't want to see you. They don't want you to see them. They are done. They are over. They are through. And they have blocked you. But then what happens when they block you, but you don't chase them? What happens then? What happens when they block you and you're unbothered? See, it didn't work the way they thought that it would work, but they were big mad for whatever reason. And all of a sudden, when they blocked you, they hear crickets. There's no response from you. And yes, you could feel away. Yes, you could be hurt. Yes, you could be sad. Yes, you could be having that conversation with your family and friends. But at the end of the day, they don't know. They don't know. All they know is that they blocked you and they haven't heard from you because some of y'all moved forward. Some of y'all are not concerned with what these people are doing. And some of y'all, it rubs you the wrong way that they blocked you. And I do hear a lot of times people say, if a person blocks you, you give them their space to cool down and calm down. And to a certain extent, that's true. But there are many people that believe I'm good. Because if you block me, that means that you're done with me, that we're done, that you don't need me in your life. So now you move on and you move on for good. So they're big mad. So they want to block you so that they can control a narrative. And another reason people block and unblock is I truly believe it's an insecurity. Like they may act like they're so hard. They may act like they're not insecure, but they are truly in their emotions. They are in their feelings. They are feeling away. And I do understand that there are situations where people should be blocked. I get that there are those situations, but I'm not talking about them situations. I'm talking about some regular old things that you could have worked through, but in their mind, they had to block you because they have come out of their emotional frame and they cannot handle it. And a person blocking you says more about them than it does about you. A lot of these people are insecure because maybe some of the things that you're posting, it doesn't feel good to them. Maybe some of the things that you're doing, they want to do it too. Maybe they want to live the life that you're living and they won't admit that, right? You never know why people do what they do. And your mere presence, your mere essence might trigger their insecurities. So now all of a sudden they got to fall back. You didn't even you literally didn't do anything, but now all of a sudden they got to fall back just because of who you are, and who you are is a great person, but they can't handle it in their own lives. And it could be because they envy you, or you represent something they're struggling with, or they want to be more like you, or they want to be you. It's a multitude of things. And then they unblock you, maybe in hopes that you would reach out, in hopes that you would notice that they blocked you. But the reality is, family, some of y'all don't even know that you've been blocked. Y'all are so busy living your best life, so busy moving forward and moving the needle forward that you don't even know that these people are still feeling this way about you. Like it could be something that happened months ago, days ago, years ago, and you moved on, but they haven't. You still blocked and you didn't even know it. So that's the thing. A lot of times people are insecure because they think that you feel the way they feel, but you're unbothered. And another reason people block you and unblock you, maybe it is something that you truly did. And maybe to that person, it feels like it was so offensive that they can't come back from it. What you did made them so mad. You crossed a boundary in their lives. Something that you did made them feel uncomfortable in their hearts. You understand what I'm saying? And so I get that they blocked you because it didn't feel good what you did. And maybe they want to send you a sign or send you a message that you hurt me, so I'm blocking you because I no longer want you in my life or in my vicinity or anywhere in my essence. And then again, they unblock you because maybe they thought that they were too harsh in their response, too harsh in how they handle things. They sat back and they relaxed and came into their emotional frame. And now they're like, okay, I guess this didn't require blocking. Maybe this could have been a general one-off conversation that I had with this person, as opposed to as opposed to having such a strong reaction. And another reason, which is very common, why people block you and unblock you is because they want control. They want to feel like they have control over the conversation. They want to feel like they are controlling the interaction, controlling the narrative. They want to feel like they are in charge. And they want to send a message to you. This is how it's going to go. This is how the game's going to go. This is how this relationship's going to go. This is how this situation is going to go. They are telling you what it is. So when they block you, it is a way for them to control you and to control the narrative. Because them blocking you is truly silencing your voice. They're not even giving you an opportunity to state your case. They're not even giving you an opportunity to be an adult and handle things in an adult-like manner. They're just not. Because they want to be in control. And then when they get ready to unblock you, It's just a sign to let you know I'm in control, right? I'm in control because they think you're sitting and waiting and watching and hoping. And they're testing the waters because they want to see, are you going to reach out? Are you going to come and try to slick stalk them? Are you going to create fake pages, call them from fake Google numbers? They want to see what it is because maybe for some reason, psychologically, it makes them feel good to be wanted. Y'all, people are different. And so a lot of times people block you and then unblock you because they want to control a narrative for whatever reason. And they block you again for emotional regulation. Like I said, they came out of their frame and now they're back into their frame. Now the dust has settled. Now they're calmed down. But they blocked you because maybe they could not handle your success. They literally could not handle who you are. They so jealous. And the sad part is family. A lot of y'all help these people. You wanted more for these people. You were there for these people, helping them with their finances, helping them with their lives, helping them with their kids, helping them with their life strategy, helping them with their businesses. But now they want to block you? Like real talk, after all you've done for them, y'all, let me calm down. Let me use my inside voice. It behooves me that you can do so much for a person and they can turn around and play in your face, turn around and tap dance all on your heart, play games in your face, and take respect off of your name after all you've done for them. Because sometimes, family, that's how people like that roll. They roll like that. They move in emotions. They're mad, so you blocked. Then they're not mad, so you're unblocked. And then you're blocked. And then you're unblocked. And family, who has time for the games? Like we're big ages. We're not babies and we big ages. I'm sorry for the teenagers that are watching this video, but for the majority of the people watching this video, we are big ages. Nobody's playing that game. Who? Where? Who's blocking and unblocking? Because we all in our emotions, no one's doing that anymore, family. So at the end of the day, when people and these individuals do that to you, know that it's definitely a reflection of them internally, because that is not the appropriate way to handle business. And it's not the appropriate way to have adult conversations, not in this season. And there's truly psychology behind reasons why people block you. Maybe it's cognitive dissonance. That's when you hold two contradictory thoughts in your mind at the same time. For example, you want to lose weight, but you're not trying to work out and you're not trying to eat right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the things you're supposed to do that are right to get the goal that you want to get and to obtain the goal that you want to obtain, but you're not doing it. So what does that cause? Confusion, frustration, lack of self-worth, sadness, all the things. So these people are dealing in cognitive dissonance. Also, their ego. What is ego? Edging God out. A person's sense of self-importance and their own perception of their own value. That's ego. So a lot of times, family, you're dealing with people with big egos. They overconfident. Y'all, they think so much more of themselves than there are. They're overconfident. They're arrogant. I'll wait. Tell me I'm lying. They're arrogant. It's hard for them to admit any wrongdoing, and they're typically wrong, but they won't say it and they won't apologize because they know what it is, and they're hard-headed. And so a lot of times, family, depending on the capacity of relationship you have with these people, this is what you were dealing with. It's also, this is the psychology behind these people making these emotional, rash decisions. And like I said, I do understand that there are reasons for people to be blocked. True indeed. But I'm not talking about those one-off situations. I'm talking about collectively as a whole. People could handle things better than the way that they do because it's internal. So not just cognitive dissonance, not just ego, but also the need for validation. They got to feel good. They need people around them to make them feel good. They got to feel loved. They got to feel desired for it, and worshiped. Who's doing that for them? Not you. You know what I'm saying? They expect you to be that for them. No, them people need God. You're not their God. You can't sit there and make them feel good and make them feel better. And true indeed, we have the power to make people feel good. And so we do what we can. But I'm talking about the over excess, the doing too much, the people-pleasing tendencies that these people tend to carry, and they project their issues onto you and have the expectation that you're going to fix them. Absolutely not. You can't. They want validation, so they think because they block you, it makes them feel good because you're chasing them. She thought when she blocked you, you was going to blow her phone up, that you was going to call her from different numbers and text her from random numbers and pop up at her house. But what if you don't, though? Then what? So they're out here looking for validation, but they're not going to get that from you. So a lot of times, family, again, it is more about the person who blocked you, more about their internal struggles than something that you're doing. So what do you do when someone unblocks you? And then what do you do when somebody blocks you? And then unblocks you again and blocks you? What do you do? And I would say you can't take it personally. At the end of the day, family, if there's something that you did and you felt like it was warranted for them to block you, then that's a different conversation. You, as a mature human and as a mature adult, you fix that. Right? That's what that looks like. You fix that. But any other scenario where it's them trying to exert control and them feeling a way about you and being emotionally out of their frame and acting unstable and being arrogant, you can't take it personally because people are going to be them. A lot of times we meet people and we don't know what them people went through before they met us. We don't know what those people were dealing in before they knew us. So you allow people to be them. That is them. That is not you. That's not your problems. That is not your circus, and those are not your clowns. So you don't have to worry about all that. So you stay in your frame and you don't take it personally because usually, typically, it's not about you. And another thing that you can do when a person blocks you and unblocks you is you can't overthink it. Sometimes when people do that to us, you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What did I do? I wonder what they're thinking. Does this mean we're done? Does it mean it's over? If I don't respond to them, maybe they'll go away forever. Maybe they'll leave me. No, you can't think like that because you can't overthink it. You just gotta know you did the best that you could. Even for those people who warranted the blocking to happen, you rectify the situation. If they don't want to interact with you, it is what it is. You keep it moving. Y'all, life is too short to be concerned with other people. We have to build our own lives. We have to work on us. Life is too short. When you think of a lifespan, think of your age. And think of the age, which is, the point when your body starts to break down, or you can't do things like you used to. Your hearing is not that effective. Your mind is not so alert. That's typically between 80 and 90. So between your age now and 80 and 90, not to say that you can't live beyond 90, because I believe you'll live forever, but between your age and 90, y'all, we have a short lifespan. So in this time that you have, you want to live the best life that you can. You want to be happy. You want to be around people who are happy for you, happy with you, and love you. You don't have time to be tied down concerning yourself with why somebody blocked you and unblocked you, because it doesn't matter. There are billions of people in this world. It doesn't matter what one person does. So what? They want to block you. You cannot overthink that, because if you overthink and you overthink and you overthink, you're going to drive yourself crazy. And now you're thinking about what they're doing and where they are and how is this going to work. No, all you can do is move forward. You've said your apologies if you were the one that was wrong. If you don't understand why they blocked you and they did it, you know the type of person you're dealing with. And you know how to handle that person. And if they do come back and you choose to allow them back, you know how to have the mature adult conversations, and you know how to move on and move forward in your life. But you can't overthink it, because that's taking energy away for you to live your best life, and it's taking energy away for you to heal. And you have to focus on your own well-being. Surround yourself with the people who love you. Surround yourself with your friends who care about you. Yo, I feel like we could have everything going for us in the world, but we focus on that one thing that we don't have. So many of us who aren't married or aren't in a relationship, you got everything going for you in your life, don't you? I wait, think about it, don't you? You have everything going for you, but your sole focus is on what you don't have, on what you lack. No, man, you have love all around you. What do you need? You have everything that you need. And whatever it is that you feel like you don't have, I promise you it's coming, but you have to believe that. You have to believe that the desires of your heart is coming. You have to believe that everything that you want in your life is coming, and it's coming soon, and it's coming very, very soon. But you have to focus on your well-being. What you gonna do? You gonna die because they blocked you? You're going to be sad for so long because they blocked you. And I get it. It hurts. It hurts when the person you loved and the person you love and the person you care about treats you that way. It hurts you when someone did you wrong after you did them right. It hurts when you've been so good to people and this is how they handle things and this is how they treat you. But family, sometimes people are just the way they are. And we can't change people. So you're not going to die. You're not going to sit here. And I do get it. You're sad. But you have to put an end date to that sadness. You can't be sad forever. Now you losing weight or gaining weight, concerned, sad. And the minute the person unblocks you and calls you again, now you're happy and feeling good. Absolutely not. We're not going to let the exterior and the external dictate how we feel. No, we're going to dictate how we feel because we're in control of that. And we make the choice every single day that we're going to choose to be happy, irregardless of what this person is doing on the outside. And then, family, you have to set boundaries. Really think about what this person is doing. Think about how you are allowing this person to show up in your life. Is that okay? Would you want someone to do that to your daughter or your son? Would you want someone to do that to someone you love? If one of your friends came and told you what that person was doing to them, you would give them real advice. You would say things like, oh, cut them off. Oh my goodness, you better than that. So why can't you take your own advice? Because we sit here and we like to give advice, all of us. We sit here and we like to give advice, but we don't take the advice that we give. It is a human flaw. So family, think about it. You got to set boundaries and consider how you want to interact with this person moving forward. Do you want them to show up in your life like this? Are you okay with them blocking you and unblocking you? Because the reality is when a person treats you that way, they tend to lose respect for you a little bit more. And when you allow them back in your life, they lose respect for you a little bit more until the respect is gone. No, you have to stand up for yourself and put some respect on your own name, even if they're not. So you got to ask yourself, is this the type of situation I want to be in? You got to set boundaries for yourself and say, do I want this person to cross this boundary? No, family, you got to get real serious. And I've said it before and I've said it again. I love movies. And in the movies, The Lord of the Rings, they had the wizard. And the wizard was standing on the bridge and blocking a very evil force from crossing over the bridge. And he had a staff in his hand, and he took his staff and he stuck it in the ground. And he said, you shall not pass. And he meant that with every bone in his body. And that is how we have to get about the thoughts that we're thinking and the people that we are allowing in our lives to cross our boundaries. Absolutely not. Run it back. You're not going to cross that boundary. And you got to be serious about that when you say that, because you can't allow these people to run rampant in your life. They're not letting you run rampant in their lives. They're not letting you, they're not even allowing you to enter in those spaces in their lives, but they all running through yours. Absolutely not. So you got to understand and know that they can't deal with you. And maybe you need to be the one to block them. Maybe you should block them. Oh, they want to play in your life like that? They want to block you and play games on you? How about you be the one to block them and move on with your merry life? Because at the end of the day, they will need you way more than you will ever need them, because that's the type of person you are and that's the type of time you want. Know that. So in conclusion, family, they blocked you. Okay. They unblocked you. Okay. Either way, I want you to try really, really, really hard to be unbothered. Be unbothered, because ultimately this says a lot more about the person than it says about you. When they unblock you and block you, unblock you and block you, you do not have time for that confusion. You are trying to live a better life. You are trying to do more in your life and be more and have more with the people who are more. You do not deserve to be treated that way, not in this season, not in any season. This is a new year. How are you going to have old ways brought into a new year? Absolutely not. Cut it at the neck. You are done with that. You are done being treated that way. You are done with someone blocking you and unblocking you. And here's the thing, if they're jealous of you, okay, that's fine, whatever. You're going to give them a show, because you're going to continue to be this great, good person that they're so jealous of. You're going to continue to be this great, good person that they can't handle. But at the end of the day, you are not going to allow that in your life. You are not going to take it personally. You are not going to overthink it. You are going to set boundaries and you're going to move on and move forward, because life has so much in store for you. Whatever you believe in, God, the universe, your creator, whatever you believe in, there's so much more in store for you. And you gotta know that when a person blocks you and unblocks you, that says more about them than it does about you. It doesn't matter if they block you or unblock you. Let them people cook. At the end of the day, you know who you are. And if you don't, you better know who you are real quick, because you're a real one. And like I always say, who doesn't want to be close to the sun? Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. So many of us have lived with and carried the hurt and the pain of what someone said about us. Something they could have said years ago, y'all, months ago, weeks ago, but we carry it with us and it causes us to not take action in our lives. And I know that it hurts when we're dealing with childhood trauma. I know that it hurts when we're dealing with people and things in our lives that have beaten us down so bad. But the reality is, family, we gotta keep moving. We have to find that energy to keep moving forward. We have to find that intrinsic motivation to keep going. Because at the end of the day, people are going to say what they want and people are going to think what they want. But we have to know that it doesn't matter because it can't matter, not in this season. I get it. People hurt us along the way. People say such mean and rude and cruel things to us that cause us to do the things that we do today. But at the end of the day, family, we can make the decision to move forward from the past, to move forward from the hurt. And I do understand that all hurt is not equal. That there are things that I haven't even been through that maybe you've gone through and you feel like I am not the person to sit here and tell you what you should do. There is nothing, family, that you can't do in your life. Nothing. There is nothing that you can't accomplish. You can do anything you put your mind to. And really, family, you got to get to that point where you're tired of watching everybody else win. Watching everybody else live their goals and live their dreams and do the things that they want to do. And you got to watch them. You want to go from consuming to creating. And in this season of your life, you're a whole creator. In this season of your life, you're doing things differently because you are different and you want more because you can have more at any given time in your life. And now you got people in your life giving you limits, putting limitations on you, telling you what they think you can do, telling you who they think you are. Family, at the end of the day, you create your reality. You create the life that you live. You, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, you don't have to sit here and listen to what other people are saying negatively about you. No, you move forward. And there's a quote that I love so much, and it says, if people are talking bad about you, go so far that you can't even hear them anymore. And family, that's what I'm asking you to do. Keep moving forward. You don't have to listen to that negativity. You don't have to hear. And here's the thing. I do believe criticism is good because you want to know where you need to course correct, right? You want to know the things that you need to do differently. But you know the difference between criticism and hate. And if a person is speaking negative things over your life in this present moment, you can change that. Now, I get it. We can't change the past. We can't. The hurt that has been caused to us or brought to us. But what we can do is create a better future for ourselves. And people say, oh, I can't predict the future. Okay. Well, the best way to predict the future is to create it. We can't allow people to keep talking negatively in our ear, telling us who we're not, telling us what we'll never be. No, we have to dominate in our lives. We have to change the course of our lives because we can. We don't got to sit here and watch everybody else win. We can win too. Family, real talk. You are not common. There is nothing common about a chosen person. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing average about you. You are different and you have the power to create in your life and to do something new and different than you did the day before. You can keep them haters out your circle. They don't, you're a big age. You're a big age. You can decide who you want in your inner circle and who you don't. You can decide who you want to be friends with and who you do not want to be friends with. You can decide who you want in your circle. And a lot of times, family, people place limitations on you because of the belief they have internally within themselves. They tell you you can't do things. They discourage you from doing things because the reality is maybe they feel like in their lives they can't do it. Maybe they feel like in their lives they can't accomplish it. So they gotta hate on you. Lightweight hate. They got to lightweight tell you what you're not capable of doing and who you're not and why you need to be doing something different. And you're not built for that. And entrepreneurship is not for you. And that relationship is not for you. And you'll never change who you used to be. Listen, all cap. You can be anything that you choose to be. You can decide right now. You can decide today that you want to do something different. And true change is making a decision that you want to do something differently than you did the day before. True change is making a decision that you want more because you can have more, family. You don't got to sit and watch everybody else win, but you can win too. You have so many skills, so much things that make you great. You dominate in certain spaces, but fear is keeping you back from doing the things that you need to do, all because of what someone may have said about you or all because of what someone may have spoken over you, family. But at the end of the day, we got to push through that. And I know it hurts when the criticism is coming from a person we love. And I know it hurts when the criticism is coming from a person that we respect. But at the end of the day, this is our life. And we only get one life. And a lifespan is short, family. A lifespan is short. We only get one life. And we can't live it concerned with what everyone is saying about us. Yo, for y'all who want to do something new and different in your life, I hope that you can muster up the courage to make a change to do it. For those that want to be in different and better relationships, I hope that you can muster up the courage to do it. And one of my favorite quotes says, don't watch the clock, do what it does and keep moving. And family, even if you don't have a guidebook, even if you don't have a roadmap on how you need to get from point A to point B, the fact that you're keeping moving forward and doing little bit and little bit, little by little, little becomes a lot. And when you walk the way will be made every single time. You're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out and things are going to start to come together for you. And even when it feels like things are not coming together, they are. And even when it feels like things are falling apart, things are actually falling together for you in your life. And I know what it feels like to be in a space where you feel like you're not your best self, where you feel like things will not change and things will not get better for you. But I promise you, family, each day things get better. You're going to get through. And one of my personal favorite quotes is, this too shall pass. Because there are so many things in our lives, if we think about what we've been through in our past, that we thought we would never come out of, that we thought we would never get through. But look at us now, we made it through. We got through it, we got over it. So this too shall pass. There is nothing in your life that you can't overcome, family, because you can do anything that you put your mind to because of the type of person that you are and the type of time that you're on. I know that people like to speak bad over you or bad over the things that you've done or bad over the decisions that you're making. But a lot of that, family, could be less about love and more about them hating on you. Lightweight hate, because if you get better, you'll leave them. If you get better, you'll be a different and better person. If you get better, you're moving onward, upward, and yonward. Because we can't afford in this season to lose. Not if we can control it. We can't afford in this season to lose, because in this season, we win. In this season, things get better for us. In this season, things turn around for us, because in this season, we're meeting new people. We're having new ideas. We're inspired. We're motivated. We want more. We want to do more. And we don't got to deal with that foolishness that we were on. Some of us get so caught up that we forget who we are, that we forget that we're strong, that we forget that we can overcome anything, that we forget who we are. Because when you're in a situation that beats you down over and over and over and over again, you start to feel like you're beat down. But the truth is, family, you're not. And you have the power and the strength to overcome anything. And I know it's not easy. It does take a certain level of effort. It takes a lot of mental thinking and strength. It takes a lot of you overcoming negative thoughts with positive ones. But when you want more in your life, when you want more, that more has to overcome every excuse that you have to overcome all of your limitations that you tell yourself on why you can't win. And you just got to know. You just got to know. It may not even be facts that you're going to win, but you have to have an inner knowing that you are going to win and that you are going to be better. Let these people talk, family. They can say whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. Let these people be them. You go so far that you can't even hear them anymore, because at the end of the day, you win. At the end of the day, you truly win. And I'm going to say it again. At the end of the day, you win. You plus you equals win. You plus your universe, your God, your whatever your belief in equals win. You win. And the way the story ends for you, it ends with you winning. But you gotta know that. Pick it up, family. Whatever you're going through, try your best. Try your very, very best each day to feel better, because how you feel matters. How you feel matters. What you think about matters, because you matter. Every single thing in your life is going to get better for you, but you got to believe it and you got to know it. And that's on everything, family. Don't you give up for what? There's somebody waiting to hear your story. There's somebody waiting to hear your testimony. There's somebody waiting for a person like you to come and change their lives and help them to get out of their situation. And the reality is, family, when you get to that point of healing, when you get to that point of strength, then you are in the best position to help the person that you once were. You're in the best position to help the person that you once were. You are, because you've been there. You got it out the mud. You did what you had to do to get to where you are today. So now you're in a great and empowered place, and they could judge you all you want. But if they knew what you've been through, they would respect you more. Family, I don't want you to give up. I promise you, I know it's hard. I know things are expensive. I know it seems like there's so much competition and so much of all the things, but the reality is there is only one you, and there is no one else like you. And we are not going to allow any more time to just pass by with us not taking action in our lives. We're not going to allow any more time to pass by with us being unsure about who we are and what we want to do in our lives. We got to get clear. We got to get real clear on who we're becoming and what we no longer want to do and the relationships we no longer want to deal in. We got to get real clear with who we are, family. No one's going to love you the way you love you. And the best relationship that you can have is a relationship with self. And you're going to get all that together. And you're going to do what you need to do. And you're going to take the risk that you want to take. You're going to sit here and do what you have to do. One of the things that has helped me greatly is I took a piece of paper and I wrote down all my fears and all my reasons why things couldn't work. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm too short. I'm too tall. This is not good. I don't have the voice. I don't have the education. I wrote down every single thing on that list. And I took a look at that list and I balled that list up and I threw it away. And I did what I had to do afraid. You got to move with courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's just you moving in courage and you doing it afraid, because you have what it takes on everything. And you're going to look back one day and you're going to thank your current self for who you are in the future, because you're doing the work. And I know it's hard, family, but everything is good. Everything good is coming your way. And the world will start to unfold for you. And everything good is going to unfold for you. And your lucky breaks will come. People will show up in your lives. Money will come. You will manifest all the things that you want when you overcome the things that people have said and done to you. You're greater. You're better. You're faster and stronger. And you are everything. And you got to know that. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. Hey family, so I'm just leaving a conference and there were over 50 millionaires. And when I tell you, rich people think so differently. And I know we know that, but it's so good to be in the room just to listen. And we get it. Making money is a wonderful thing. It can change your family, your finances, your future. But even beyond making money, it's a mindset. And here's what I learned. Number one, all of us are self-made, but only the successful will admit it. And what that means, family, is many of us do not want to be honest with where we are in our lives because we don't want to take accountability for the things that we did, the decisions that we made, and the actions that we took that got us here. And I know that's hard, family, when you feel like things happen in your environment that brought you to where you are. And true indeed, it does. We know it's hard to admit when situations and people that we're involved in take us to where we are. But family, I heard a quote that said, we are born looking like our parents and we die looking like our decisions. So in this season, as we're able to change our lives and change the trajectory of our lives, we have to start taking responsibility for where we are so that we can start changing things in our own lives. Number 2, we get out of life what we think we deserve. We get out of life what we think we deserve. And it's so important to know, family, our belief in ourselves, our self-worth, what we think about ourselves, the things we speak over ourselves, it all adds up to who we are today. And it all matters. We get out of life what we think we deserve. And at the end of the day, family, you have to believe that you deserve more. You have to believe that you want more in your life if that's what you want. And if you believe you deserve more, you can start moving like you can have more and start attracting more in your life because of your belief. And we get out of life what we think we deserve because honestly, family, that belief in self is so important. And many of us are not taught to speak over ourselves, to encourage ourselves so that we can trust and know that we are someone on the road to being someone even greater and better than we already are. What we believe about ourselves matters. And we get out of life what we truly think we deserve. And the third lesson I learned on how rich people think different is that they truly believe that when you do the things that other people are not willing to do, then you get the things that other people are not willing to get. And it's so true, family. When you change these habits, when you wake up on a certain time, when you decide to get out of bed in the first 10 minutes that you wake up, when you put pen to paper, when you take action in your life, when you dominate in your certain spaces, when you make a plan and a budget, right? When you sit here and decide that you no longer want to break promises that you are making to yourself, that's when the miracles happen. And that's you doing things that other people aren't willing to do because, family, I'm telling you, most people are not moving like you're moving. They're not deciding that they want to do different. They're saying it. Everyone wants to say, oh, I want to be rich, or I want more, or I want better relationships. But the action behind it, that takes a lot. And to change is hard. And true change is waking up every single day and deciding that you want differently than you had the day before. That's true change. It is a mental decision to do something new and different. And when you're doing things, other things that the average person is not doing, then you reap the rewards that the average person is not reaping, family. And it's so true. Number 4, today in a room I learned that just because you can't see it does not mean it's not there. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And family, at the end of the day, we have these goals, right? We have these dreams, but we tell ourselves that we can't obtain things. We believe and we argue for our limitations. And at the end of the day, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Family, every single day, you're getting closer to greatness. Every single day, you're getting closer to that highest and best version of self. And just because you can't see your blessings right now doesn't mean they're not there. They are coming. They're on the way. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not on the way. So we have to start understanding that, okay, we may want more. We may want different. We may want better, but it's coming soon and very soon. Number 5, in meeting these 50 millionaires, the big common theme in the room was your emotions and understanding that almost everything that's done is done better when done calmly. And it's not that emotions are bad. No, we need emotions. God gave us emotions. But almost everything is done better when done calmly because, family, your emotions serve their purpose. But we have to learn how to self-regulate. We have to learn how to stay in our own frames and to calm ourselves so that we can have different and better reactions moving forward. Number 6, and this was a big one for me, you don't have to believe everything that you think. When you're on your verge to growing and making money and building your business and working on yourself and all the things in your life, you have to understand that you don't have to believe everything you think. And that just because a thought comes in your mind doesn't always mean it's a thought that originates from you. It can be things happening externally. Depending on your belief, it can be the enemy. It can be so many things, but it doesn't always mean that these are the thoughts that are really going to come to fruition in your life. And when these negative thoughts come, family, we have to pull them down, pull those strongholds down, and replace those thoughts with better and positive thoughts, and continue to think good thoughts so that we can no longer think those bad thoughts. And it is hard and it is a process, but just because we think a thought doesn't always mean that it's necessarily true. Because if we think enough bad thoughts, we'll talk ourselves out of greatness. We'll talk ourselves out of blessings. We'll talk ourselves out of moving forward due to fear, due to limitations, due to unhealthy situations and environments that we might be a part of. Just because you think a thought does not mean that it's true. Number 7, a lesson that I learned from the 50 millionaires in the room is that if nothing changes, then nothing changes. And think about it, family. If nothing changes, nothing really changes. If you want to change your life, if you want to make a decision to be better and to do more and to have more, that starts with you changing yourself. Really going within and mentally making up in your mind that you want better, and mentally making up in your mind that you want new and different for your own life. It is creating a change from within, because everything you change on the within, your inside, your external will start to reflect your internal. Your external life will start to reflect what's going on inside of you, family. And if nothing changes, then nothing changes. Nothing's going to change if we don't change. Nothing will change if we don't make the decision to do. Nothing is going to change if we don't make the decisions to act, to pray, to take action, to allow, to surrender. And at the end of the day, family, when we are moving forward to making true change and creating true change in our lives, it's a mindset. Number 8, the other lesson that I learned is that people don't see things the way they are. People see things the way they are. People don't see things the way they are. People see things the way they are. Because, family, our perceptions, our experiences, the things that we are living make us see things the way that they may not be. We're seeing them based on our perspective. If you've gone through a lot in your life, if you've had bad or tough relationships, if you've had unlucky breaks, then sometimes we can see things from a glass half empty mindset. Sometimes we won't always see things from a positive frame or a positive angle, because that hasn't been our life experiences. So I challenge you, family, like I challenge myself, to ensure that we're seeing things the way they are and not necessarily the way we are. Number 9, and I heard this from one of the millionaires in the room, and he said, there are 3 kinds of people in life: those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that don't know what happened, right? Those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that don't know what happened. So when you want to make things change in your life, you have to truly change your behaviors, change your strategy, and change your approach so that you can reinvent your life. And last but not least, family, number 10, lesson that I learned from the millionaires in the room is that average is the enemy, but success is your responsibility. Average is the enemy and success is your responsibility. And I've said it before, family, and I'll say it again. A lot of us are out here moving like and acting like we're common, but there's nothing common about you. Where? There's nothing common about you, because there's nothing common about a chosen person all day. Your life is uncommon. You are uncommon. It doesn't matter the stresses and the trials that you're going through in your life. Family, you are the truth. And sometimes we got to be out here moving like we're greater than we think we are, because we are not average. Because a giant doesn't see that he's a giant when he looks in the mirror. We learned that from Kanye West's documentary. Because when we look in the mirror, all we see is us, but we don't know how great we are. So in conclusion, family, I learned so much today, and it sort of reinforced a lot of the beliefs that I already had. It reinforced a lot of my thought processes, and it helped me to overcome and learn new and different things just by networking and meeting new and different people. And so as important as it is to have money so that we can live the life we want to live and do the things we want to do and help the people we want to help, it's a mindset first, that we got to get our minds together so that we can have more, that we have to get our thoughts together so that we can think better thoughts and do better things and attract better outcomes for our lives. And there is nothing average about you because you are an uncommon person. And every single thing in your life that you want is coming to you. But it all starts with us getting our minds together and getting our thoughts right and preparing ourselves to win and dominate in our lives. There was nothing different about those 50 millionaires and us as individuals other than their thought processes, other than their beliefs that they have in themselves. Family, at the end of the day, whatever you want in your life, it's going to come to you. And anything that you're working on is going to come to fruition as long as you know and understand that your belief matters, your mindset matters, and the thoughts that you think matter when it comes to attracting the life that you want to live. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. Your absence is driving them crazy and you don't even know it. Like, you don't even think that you being absent from their life matters. But I'm telling you it does. Your absence is so loud. The silence is so deafening. The things that y'all used to do is so obvious. You're not doing them anymore because you're not even there. And your absence is not just physical. It's the little things y'all used to do, the places you used to go, the conversations, all the things. You know what I'm saying? Your absence is driving them crazy because they thought that when you no longer were in their lives, that everything would be cool, but it didn't play out that way because it's the space you occupied, the role that you played in their lives, and they're starting to feel it, family. And I want to give you 5 reasons why your absence is driving them crazy. Number 1, they took you for granted. They took you for granted. And a lot of times, family, I really believe that people go from gratitude to expectations. The things that they used to be thankful for, the things that they used to be grateful for, now they expect it out of you. They expect you to do those things or to be that person that they need you to be. They're no longer thankful. So they took you for granted and you couldn't deal with it anymore. They took you for granted and you're like, yo, you're not even treating me in the manner and the way that I deserve. And family, you being absent forced them to take a look at things. It forced them to change. It forced them to say, you know what? Maybe that person doesn't have to deal with me. Maybe I could have treated that person better. Your absence is giving them an opportunity to see where they took you for granted. I promise you, all the things that you used to do for them and with them, you're no longer doing it. And who else is doing it? And if someone else is doing it, it's not you. There's not another you. So whoever they're with or whatever they're doing, they're realizing just how much they took you for granted and there's nothing they can do about it in this instant. And so now they miss the little things that you did, the comfort that you brought, the times that you spent, the voids that you filled. The list can go on and on and on, family, but they took you for granted. And they're starting to realize real quick that they shouldn't have done that because now you're gone. Because they see and they feel that you brought so much value to their lives. So much value. Sometimes, family, when you spend time with a person and they start to take you for granted, it says a lot more about them than it does about you. They're so used to you being a good person that they thought that that was normal. They thought you being good to them was customary. They thought that the way you treated them, that they could get that anywhere. And we all know that that is not the case. So many people out here, family, they're not like you. They're not loving and kind like you. They're not caring like you. These people are not giving these people second and third and fourth chances. No, that's just what you are on. That's just the type of person that you were. That's just how nice you were. Everyone's not doing that. So when that person, your ex, took you for granted, when they took you for granted, they got out there real quick and they now see like, man, it's not the same out here. Nobody's putting up with this. No one's dealing with this. No one's loving me like this person loved me. No one's treating me like this person's treating me, all because I took them for granted. And another reason that your absence is driving them crazy is 100% because they're now having to face the consequences of their actions because you're not around. So they're having to face the consequences of their actions. It's driving them crazy. And they realize they lost a real one. Family, sometimes It takes a person losing you to see what they lost, to realize what they had, to put two and two together and finally get four. It takes time. And so they sat here and they're sitting here and having to face the consequences of what they did to you. The consequences of the wrong that they did, how they could have done things better, done things in a better way that could have saved the situation between you and him or you and her, saved the relationship. They could have done things better. And they're now having to deal with the consequences of their actions because you're gone. Family, do you know what your presence does? Like you bring life to people. You bring happiness everywhere you go, every room that you step in. You bring peace. You bring comfort. You are blessed. And these people didn't realize it when it was out here taking you for granted. And so now they're being faced with the actions of what they did to you. So a lot of them are feeling bad. They're feeling bad, or they're thinking about it over and over and trying to get those thoughts out of their minds because they know they did you wrong. And a lot of times when someone is left to sit and think, left with their thoughts, they are thinking like, man, I could have handled that better. Now I'm sad. I'm living in regret. Maybe it was me. Maybe it wasn't them. Because here's the thing, family, you're not sitting here making them feel good. You're unbothered. Yeah, you were sad. Yeah, you went through your moment, but you're unbothered. You're not sitting here knocking their door down, chasing them, trying to beg them to come back in your life. Absolutely not. You've moved forward. You've moved forward and you moved on. So now they're literally sitting in silence, dealing with the consequences of what they did to you. And it don't feel good. What they say, it ain't that fun when the rabbit got the gun. So now they're sitting here not feeling good because they realize they lost a real one. And it's literally driving them insane. Number 3, your absence is driving them insane because they went out here and now they're comparing you to other people. Family, they really thought that they could find another you. And let me be very clear when I say this. You have to feel that way about yourself. There is no one like you. Where? I'll wait. Where? Who? Where? There's nobody like you. I'm still waiting. Where is the prototype? Where? Who? There's nobody like you. So they went out here and they thought that they could replace you. They thought that they could find, she thought, my homeboy said it and I love it. He said, I took her to get a 5-course meal and she thought she can get that anywhere. So a lot of times these people go out here thinking that everyone is going to treat them the way that you did. They think that everyone's going to love them the way that you love them and be kind to them and gracious and comforting. No, that's not how that go. That's just how you went. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person that you are. A lot of y'all was sitting here making breakfast, bringing lunch, dinner, being loving and kind, taking care of people's bills and kids and agendas and responsibilities. And they thought that they can go out here and find that. So now they went out here and they might have, lightweight dated, lightweight met someone. And now they're always comparing because they're never going to find another you. Never. So now they got to sit here and eat that cake. They got to sit here and sit with their thoughts and realize, man, I really messed up. That there is nobody out here that's on what that person was on. There's no one out here doing what you're doing. There's no one out here on the type of time that you are. Tell me I'm lying. I'll wait. Where? These people are not you. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that these people are bad. Everyone serves their purpose, but they are not you. These people went out here thinking that they can easily replace you because they got so used to the good things that you were doing. You were so loving and so kind. Everywhere you went, you just warmed the room. You understand what I'm saying? The type of person you are. They thought that they can easily go out here and find you. And so now they are comparing you with everybody else and realizing they're coming up short. And so all the new relationships they're in, it's reminding them of you. Everywhere they go, it's reminding them of the places y'all went and the things y'all did. And a lot of these people, they were so arrogant. When y'all separated or broke up or whatever, they were so arrogant. They made you feel like they didn't need you, that they could easily find another you. They really thought that they was good. And guess what? Maybe they were. But at the end of the day, as time passed, days turned to weeks, turned to months, and they still couldn't replace you? Well, what happened to all that energy they was on? Some of them said, I don't chase, I replace. Where? Did they replace you yet? They was talking all that. They was so caught up in all of their arrogance and their delusion. They still haven't replaced you. And they never will, because there is nobody like you. So they're sitting here comparing you to everyone else that they're meeting, and they're quickly realizing that it is not the same. Because the things that you used to do, everyone's not doing it. Your qualities are rare, and they thought they were common. There's nothing common about a chosen one. Where? There's absolutely nothing common about a chosen one. But they got out here and thought that they could find you. Man, please run it back. I'll wait. Where? They couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So they're sitting out here searching for you in everybody that they meet, searching for you in everyone that they meet, and they realize they are not finding you, and they most likely probably won't. So now they got to settle. Now they got to settle and pretend like everything is good, but they know they lost the real one, and they realize they lost the real one. And they realize that the grass was not as green as they thought on the other side. That they could have watered their own grass with you. The grass was not as green as they thought because the grass wasn't greener. So they were out here thinking that they could find another you, but they still haven't found you in anybody else. Another reason the absence is driving them crazy is because sometimes, family, distance does make the heart grow fonder. Now they separated from you. You're nowhere to be found. Some of y'all, they can't even see you on social media because they're blocked. They don't even know what you're doing. They can't even keep up with your close family and friends because everyone is done with them and their foolishness. And now they're sitting here trying to figure out, what are you doing? You know, where are you at? What are you on? Are you dating somebody? Are you talking to someone new? They are so curious and trying to find out more about you. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. They really thought that you being gone there was cool. And a lot of them were cool for a period of time until time passed and more time passed. And they realized quickly, maybe that person's not coming back. Because family, you haven't gone back. You have literally been unbothered. A lot of y'all surprised yourself for how good you're doing in moving forward in your life. You're moving onward and yonward, and it hit them like a ton of bricks. They didn't even see it coming because they thought you was going to chase them. They really thought, no, y'all, for real, they really thought that you was going to blow their phone up, call them and text them and do all the things you used to do to get their attention. You're not doing that no more because you don't have to. For what? Why? Where? No, you're better than that. And so you're not doing that, and they are completely missing you in their lives. That void has not been filled yet, and they're realizing that they lost the real one. And so now they're romanticizing the past. They're forgetting all that negative stuff you and them been through. Now they're thinking about the time y'all spent that was good. The good memories, the nostalgia, the love, the care, the concern, the opportunity. Y'all, some of y'all got in these people's lives and changed the game for them. They have never lived such a good life before you. You introduced them to new things, introduced them to new industries, showed them new ways to save. Some of y'all brought them to Christ. Real talk. Some of y'all changed these people's entire being. And you think that you leaving their lives, they're just going to walk out and be cool with that, man? Nah. Because where are they going to find you? That they won't. So now they're sitting here romanticizing the relationship that y'all had and wishing and hoping and praying and wondering and hoping that you will even give them an opportunity to come back in your life, even as a friend. But some of y'all have moved on so far, your absence is driving them crazy and it's hitting them like a ton of bricks because they never thought that you wouldn't be in their life in some capacity. Some of them thought that you would settle with being their friends and you like, nah, I'm good. And they can feel, people can feel when you pull away. People can feel when the energy is not the same. And people can feel when you move forward. So some of them, family, are really regretting not having you in their lives. And another reason your absence is driving them crazy, family, it is their ego. They never ever thought, like I said, that you would actually leave and not return. They never thought that you would never call them. You not call them? Oh, please. They just knew you weren't going anywhere. They just knew that they can treat you any type of way and you would stay and deal with it because maybe you did before, because maybe you're a kind person and you're praying and hoping and wishing that things could be different and you got to your breaking point and you were done. You got to your breaking point and you're like, yo, I'm not dealing with this. I can't. It is taking everything from me. I'm better than this and I want more. And so you decided to turn the tables and move on. You decided to be unbothered. When they left your life, you didn't chase them. And that is so confusing for them, family, because they're so used to you being there and you showing up and you showing care and concern. And when they sitting here playing these games, like they need something from you. Oh, something so major happened. They need you to come fix it, to come do it, to come be there for them. You're not even taking the bait because you're no longer playing games. And now their ego is shot. What is ego? Edging God out. So now their ego is completely shot because now you're not there. And you made them feel important. You made them feel bigger than who they were and bigger than what they were. That was you. That was your energy. When you was in their lives, they start feeling like they could fix anything, that they can do anything and go anywhere and be anyone. That wasn't them. That was your energy. That was your energy. Their life being better in many cases, family, is because of you. It's because of the anointing that you carry, the person that you are, the lucky breaks that you get. Everywhere you go grows. Every place you touch grows. Everything that you do grows. You have blessed hands. Meanwhile, them, so many things that they touch drops to the ground and dies. They thought that you not being in their lives, that they could take your anointing and run with it. Absolutely not. I'll wait. Because guess what? Water always finds its level. So when you left their life, they became who they were always and who they used to be because they took you for granted. But now their ego is bruised. Their ego is so bruised. Their ego is bruised because they never thought that you would leave. They so confused. They literally thought that they could treat you any kind of way, walk out of your life, and you would just be there waiting. No, that's not the type of time you're on. And that's not how the game goes. Because they expected you 100% to be devastated. They thought your life would stop. They thought your heart would stop beating when they left your life. But they realized that you were indifferent. That you got to the point where you're like, you know what? Gone. I'm good. I'm done. I'm done living in lack. I'm done with the back and forth. I'm done with the arguing. I'm done with trying to change you at the expense of me. I'm done killing myself slowly every day dealing with you. So you were done with them and you wrapped it up real quick, and your indifference is hurting them because they never, ever thought that you would leave them. Because in their minds, they're so wonderful and great and good. But a lot of those feelings were feelings that you brought to their lives. You enhanced their lives. You made them better people, better humans, better everything. And so now, since they took you for granted, played in your face, and did all these things, it's so sad, family, because now their ego is bruised, all because they thought that they were the thing. But the reality is, it was you the whole time, and it's hitting them like a ton of bricks and driving them crazy because for the first time in a very long time, they're realizing that they lost a real one. So understand and know, family, and trust that your silence in their lives, it does have an impact. That you may not talk to them or call them or hear from them, but that doesn't mean that they're not thinking of you. If that makes you feel good, it doesn't mean that a person is not thinking of you just because you're not speaking to them. It could be quite the opposite. And they could be thinking about you oftentimes because they're so used to you being in their energy, being in their space, being in their lives. And now that you're not, it just doesn't feel good to them. And they went out here after taking you for granted, and they went out here and now they're seeing that it's not the same, that people are not you, that people are not doing the things that you were doing, and people are not as forgiving and kind. And everyone doesn't want love in a relationship that leads to marriage. Now, some people don't. Some people just want to use you. And they're learning that. Some people just want to use them, right? Everyone is not like you, loving and kind. And so now the distance is making their heart grow fonder because they're like, man, I had such a wonderful man in my life. I had such a wonderful woman in my life. And I let it go off of something so crazy. And we could have easily fixed our issues. And it's driving them crazy. Y'all, if you didn't have you, wouldn't you be sad? Because that's the type of love you need to have for yourself. If you didn't have you, how would you feel? Well, you bring so much happiness. You're such a wonderful person. How do you think they feel not having you? Them people are not happy. Then people could sit here and be on social media posting and posting and posting because they're supposed to be happy, all the while they're hurting inside. And I don't wish bad for anyone, but family, the reality is when you leave their lives, they feel it because of the type of energy you carry, because of the type of anointing and blessing that you're on. There's nobody out there. You're unmatched. You're 100% unmatched. And even if they're out here making it look like they're so happy, family, that's not always the case, because everything that glitters is not gold and everything that you see is not truth. They're putting out here what they want you and many other people to see so that people can think that they're happy. And if they're truly happy, that's what's up. God bless them and keep it moving, because your day is coming. But at the end of the day, the majority of them are not, because your absence in their life is driving them crazy. And even if they are happy, and even if they did move on for real, they could never replace you. And in the back of their mind, they're always wondering, wow, I wonder what things could have been like had I been with this person. So now they're making the best out of their new current situation. And that's on everything. You represented so much in their life, and they feel your loss, and they feel the pain of your loss, family. And you gotta know that you are wonderful, and you are made and blessed and useful and all the good things. And everything you want is coming to you. Everything good and wonderful and noble is coming your way, and it's coming soon and very soon. And for those of you that want more, you're gonna have more. You're gonna do more. And all you have to do is remain focused. And each and every day things get better. And little by little, little becomes a lot every single time. Every single thing is working in your favor. Every single thing is working out for you. Everything happens for a reason, because now they see that they lost one of the best people that they could have ever had in their life. And we hope that they never make that mistake again. But as for you, everything good is happening to you. Everything good is coming to you, even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when things are challenging, know that things are not falling apart. Things are always falling together, and they will always fall together for you. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way, and I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired.